So we're at the end of our journey together, and I would like to leave you with a recap of all the UI design mantras I have given you thus far. First, design is design is design is design is design is design. Okay? What you are doing is problem solving. Never lose sight of that. You are designing, not decorating. There is a difference. You are communicating, you are facilitating understanding, you are guiding. Number 2, stop solving other people's problems. Remember that the work that you are doing in user interface design of any kind, in any aspect, is specific to your industry, your problem, your audience, the context in which both your organization and those users operate in. Number 3, form does not and should not follow function. Pure functionality should never dictate what something looks like. What should dictate what something looks like is the context in which a person needs to be able to use it, their level of understanding, whether or not they are going to recognize what they see, understand it, and be able to use it. Number 4, every force evolves form. Every aspect of working on anything, right down to the politics in your office, dictate what final form looks like, which means you have to adjust the way you work along the way to accommodate those forces. Number 5, on small screens, less is more. One of the greatest ways I've ever heard this put is if you're moving from a large 6-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom apartment, you can't take all your stuff with you. It's not going to fit. By the same token, anytime you are migrating a large app or a large enterprise system to a mobile app, you have to be really cognizant of what really needs to be there. And in general, when people are dealing with small screens, they only have so much time, attention, and ability to use what they see. Number 6, balance creates visual order and signals relationships. When you are arranging elements on the screen, you want to strive for balance that allows them to move through it in the right way, that allows them to sense what's related to what, along with what it means. Number 7, visual rhythm speeds up comprehension and use. Remember what happens when you have repeated rhythm. Remember those examples I showed you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As much as that may seem like an afterthought, it's a tremendously important component of everything you will ever design. Number 8, good design is held together by harmony. Just like there needs to be harmony in a relationship, in a friendship, harmony in the workplace, there also needs to be harmony in UI design so that all the elements work together with each other as opposed to against each other. Number 9, dominance directs user focus. Never forget to pay attention to the most dominant element on the screen and whether or not it is your intended point of focus. Number 10, when in doubt, align everything with everything else. The power of alignment is a massive force. It is one of the most potent tools you have to create excellent UI design and positive user experiences. Number 11, group and organize related content with proximity. Just like alignment, this is a big one. Many times if you do nothing but pay more attention to negative space, putting more space between things that are unrelated and less space between things that are related, ease of use skyrockets. User experience becomes infinitely more positive no matter what the interface looks like. Number 12, always use color to communicate and influence interaction. Color should never be subject to personal opinion. You should never pick colors because they look cool, and you should always be cognizant of the fact that refracted light from a screen combined with heavy color saturation typically makes it very hard to use an interface. 13, you should be choosing your colors based on associations, emotions, and brand. Those are your starting points for choosing colors in the interface. 14, contrast always wins. Remember what I said about color and contrast. If color starts the fight, contrast finishes it. There is nothing more powerful. 15, typography should always be purposefully designed. This is about much more than simply choosing a font. You need to be aware of what those letters say, what they communicate, and whether or not the letter forms and the fonts that you choose enable pattern recognition and readability. Number 16, icons should be both recognizable and memorable. Remember what I said about reinventing the wheel. If there is a common associated icon for an interaction, don't stray from that. Stick with what people know and understand. Number 17, never forget that where data is concerned, context of use should always dictate visual form. What do I need to do with this data? What are the most important things I need to understand? What do I need to act on? Focus on those things. Number 18, simpler is almost always better. That is true in life, and it is most certainly true in interactive UI design. And finally, UI design mantra number 19, always, always, always be working to separate content from controls. You want clear differences between what people can read and see and what they can act on. I truly hope that this course and these mantras will be helpful to you in your next UI design endeavor, and I wish you much success in everything you do.